Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reacting to Beastars season 2, episode 2. I don't know how many episodes I'm going to do today. Like I said, like last week I wanted to do like multiple episodes, but I think I will probably just react to at least one episode today. Because I really like reacting and just like binge watching stuff, so it's like really difficult for me to just like only watch one episode at a time. But yeah, because I'd really like to like continue on. That's the way that I usually watch series. Like I like to binge watch and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe I'll react to like a few episodes today, which I was planning on doing that last week, but I woke up late. So I'm not gonna react to as much as I'm gonna play like some WoW or something like that later. But yeah, let's go and get ready to get into this. If I remember correctly though, first I'll do like a really quick recap. Obviously, like from the previous season, Haru and Legoshi are kind of were kind of like a thing. But in the last episode, it seemed sort of like Haru was kind of just like, oh, like she kind of just wanted to have Legoshi as a friend. Um, which I mean, we didn't get like too like into that, but yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I was getting from what I saw in the last episode. So I don't know what's gonna happen with their relationship as far as that goes. Hopefully, like Haru and Legoshi will be like a thing versus like Haru and Louis, because I don't like Louis very much. I think Louis is like a freaking square, like a stooge, or I don't know. It's kind of boring. Um, but yeah, like and then we also heard like kind of like an update on Louis as far as him like not really like going to school and stuff like that. Apparently Louis actually ended up quitting like the acting part of, well, the acting club, which was a part of their school or whatever. So he stepped down, but he said that he like had something else that he had going on or like kind of planned or whatever. So we're gonna like learn more about that hopefully soon. I don't know obviously too much information about that because he was very like vague with that, but yeah. We'll like figure out hopefully throughout the season like what's going on with that. But the main focus though of like what's been happening is there's seems to be somebody that's kind of like, I don't know, like scaring like people like at the school now, minus the fact that like someone's been murdered or whatever. There's also like another completely different incident going on now as far as like somebody like kind of, I don't know, like spooking people in like a hallway like at night. So they're trying to like figure out like what's going on with that. It was said that like there's like a guinea pig guy doing this, a guinea pig character, which they reported in like the school newspaper or whatever, about this. But yeah, like obviously, I don't think that's who it is. I think it's actually somebody else. Like maybe he's part, like he's in on whatever is going on. But I think that there's actually somebody else behind this, which I kind of suspect is Louis, but I don't know. Or maybe like Louis like hired somebody to like do this kind of thing, but I don't know. But apparently from the ending of the last episode, Legoshi ended up like going to investigate what was going on, and he walked in on some shit. He walked in on somebody that's, I guess, like pretending to be like, I don't know, like the way that they sounded, they were pretending to be like the character that Louis played during the play in last season. So that's why I kind of sort of think that it's Louis in a way. It didn't really sound like Louis though. It sounded like someone else, like maybe somebody that's like kind of like impersonating him or something. I don't know. But again, like I feel like there's like something going on. Like maybe like there's like, I don't know, people like kind of like collabing to do like a certain thing. I don't know, to try to like scare like the students and stuff like that. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the episode, I guess. Just to like make this super quick. Again, I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna react to because again, I'm really trying not to just binge watch everything, binge watch everything and just go from there. But yeah, I feel like it's probably best for me to do like maybe only like one or two episodes at a time. So yeah. It's gonna get started, guys.
It's been 6
Really?
months
Wow.
now, and I still haven't even come close to being able to pin down a culprit. Next spring
Wow.
will bring an influx of new students, and it will change the makeup of the student body.
Yeah.
Once that
So
happens,
probably the sense and
the
stuff.
murderer may disappear, never to be caught.
Wow.
In my position as the security guard here, and as a big fan of yours, I brought you to the scene of the crime to ask you for an encore. Show us once more what you're truly capable of, for the sake of the
So,
entire
well, I'll talk
student
about this
body.
later. I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna watch, by the way. I'll see like what the ending of this looks like. Because again, like I wanted to like binge watch, like I said anyway, the last episode. Like that's my style. Like I like the binge watch stuff.
So, what was he doing here?
Huh?
Wow.
It's hard to remember that far back, you know?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Rip. That's
Is
awkward.
there anything else?
Yeah, you're the gym clothes bandit, right? Stay out of the girls' dorm.
Oh. Dang. What in the world? What happened? What? What happened?
Too.
Wow.
Louis
Uh
also
oh.
talks about coexistence and prosperity.
Well, damn. Yeah, Louis visits his memorial there.
Miss Six Eyes. You here? Six Eyes.
So I'm guessing the snake just pretty much just like scares people away in this area. Maybe that's her. Then that's so creepy.
I finally get what you were trying to tell me.
Oh?
Someone once posed a question to me. Why don't you take responsibility for your own strength?
In myself and in the wickedness of carnivores.
Wow.
What is it, Free? Why are you looking at me like I'm some sort of meal?
No,
Oh. Oh. What happened? What happened here?
Are we?
Oh.
Don't ever forget our deal.
Whoa, dude. Oh, he like struck up like a deal with them. Okay, hang on. Obviously, I need to play that. But yeah, like that. I mean, I'm not completely surprised by that because usually in like different, if I remember correctly, like just from like learning about like Cuban and stuff like that, or just mafia stuff. Usually, if like you kill like the boss or like beat like whatever the boss, then you become the boss kind of thing. So that kind of makes sense in my opinion, as to Louis being like the new leader. But obviously, like they freaking aren't like too like comfortable, I think, with that just yet. I'm assuming like they're because they're like obviously a lion gang. So for like a deer to just become like lead all of a sudden, it's like what the hell? Like where did this guy go? Like they're like, and then on top of that, he's like a herbivore. So it's like ew. Like where did this guy come from? I don't know. Um, like it's nice that they kind of kept to that tradition though, if you think about it, because like they didn't have to follow that tradition, but obviously like they like take that seriously. For them to hold on to that and to actually promote like Louis to like the next thing there, you know. Like the next boss there or next lead. Also I have a stupid freaking fly flying around in my face. But anyway, another thing that I wanted to talk about, like as far as like what the security guard lady was saying, like I kind of wonder now, like for her to like say that, now that I'm thinking about that, it makes me wonder like what was going on with, if you remember like in the beginning of the series, like how Louis well why Louis ended up like attacking Haru, like he was actually like watching for I mean why Legoshi, sorry, not Louis, why Legoshi attacked Haru in like the beginning of the series, like when they were all like kind of um doing stuff in the middle of the night, like I kind of wonder if maybe this has been happening before and this is just the first time that Legoshi has actually like done lookout, I guess, for whoever ends up going to practice in the drama club or whatever. I wonder if like honestly like one of the well the murderer is like someone from the drama club, because if you think about it, they like go and do stuff in the middle of the night, and that's when I think what was his name? 10, I think maybe. 10 was killed, or like whatever the alpaca's name is, that was killed. Um so if you think about it, maybe like somebody from the drama club ended up killing them during like practice or something like that. Like they had somebody on lookout, or maybe the actual lookout themselves, which is like a carnivore, ended up killing 10 when they were actually practicing and stuff like that. Or just if like they kind of like had something going on, or like during their club meeting or something, they ended up killing 10 based off of them being the lookout, because obviously they want like the lookout to be like a carnivore, or somebody that can like help defend them, or like has like stronger senses and stuff like that, or hearing and stuff like that, and to know when somebody's coming, that they need to like go and hide or whatever, if like like a school uh like a school, I don't know, like an administrator or something like comes through, and like they can like let them know, since they're a carnivore they have like better senses and things like that, better hearing. Obviously what you hear, like with Legoshi could hear like the rattling sound while the others couldn't, which yeah. I feel like honestly like I don't want to say similar to like what the security guard says, but like for the most part I do kind of have like I do think that like the drama club is most likely someone from there did that, because again like the fact that they had Legoshi on lookout in like the beginning of the episode, I honestly think that that's kind of been like a reoccurring thing. Maybe they would like cycle in different carnivores and stuff like that, or maybe one specific carnivore in general, and then when like an incident happened, then they swap to Legoshi to try to like I guess like cover up and make it seem like they don't go there very often or something like that. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, because obviously like they like kind of chase, if I remember correctly, like they chase like 10 into like the little area, like the actual like auditorium area, and ended up killing him and stuff like that. So that's why I think something happened there. Maybe they like ended up, I don't know. The like I honestly do think like it was just the drama club or something like that. Maybe. Or like just another club in general. Like for the most part, we only know about the drama club, so obviously that's why I'm kind of saying it's probably them. But I think honestly, like they had like a carnivore on lookout that ended up killing 10, so that's why I think whoever that carnivore was that was on lookout ended up killing him, and then maybe they also think Legoshi may be involved, because if you think about it, Legoshi was the only one that kind of was well known, um as far as well, was the only one that was known for being like a lookout that day, and everything that happened with Haru. So maybe that the snake security guard person kind of has like a suspicion that maybe he's like involved, simply because like he's got taken like a liking to Haru, and Haru was attacked um around that time or whatever, and people kind of remember like, well, they I don't think they knew like what was like who was doing like on lookout and stuff like that that day, but I do think that like maybe they were interested in like what was going on with like Haru, because they noticed that Haru had been attacked on top of him being killed as well. So that's why they're like trying to think like what's like who that may be in particular. And obviously like as far as like carnivores and stuff like that goes, like they kind of smell like that sort of scent and everything, like they have like better sense of smell and stuff like that compared to like others. So that's why I think yeah. I think like Legoshi maybe suspected. But also they may also suspect the tiger guy because he's just literally walking around with like freaking vials of blood. Like, where the hell did you get this, dude? And also him like, wanting to like attack the guy in the black market and stuff like that. Like that would be another thing. Like he is kind of giving like the suspicion like he's trying to like kill like or you know like he's open to doing that like harming someone in some way um so maybe they also suspect the tiger guys, but right now I think that maybe they suspect Legoshi and the tiger guy. Like that's who I think they suspect overall. But another thing, I wonder like why the security guard lady thought that with Legoshi, like I don't know, like being like nice to her and stuff like that. Maybe she kind of was like testing him in a way to see like what his reaction would be, like if he would be like kind of angry and like aggressive towards her, like trying to like constrict him and stuff like that. But he ended up not being that way, so maybe that kind of like changed her mind as far as him like being like a suspect or something like that, and maybe that's why she like trusted in him and like confided in him about the whole investigation and everything. So yeah, maybe that's like a thing. I don't know though, but maybe that's why she felt that way about like him, like, and then ended up like giving him like the reins as far as like, well, not the reins, but like giving him like kind of like her approval, I guess, to like investigate, and gave him like just a little bit of a push or like a little bit of like a the motivation to like continue on or something like that. But yeah, I do think it's either that most people are assuming that it's either Legoshi or the tiger guy. That's what I would think. Because again, the tiger guy is just kind of like, yeah, like walking around with vials of blood. Like, where did you even get that, dude? Where did that even come from? Like, it's like the most weirdest thing ever. Like, that's so freaking like gross, in my opinion. It's like really nasty. To just have that just out in the open. So yeah, that like kind of like gives him like suspect like vibes. And the fact that like literally like there's no leads. It's kind of weird that there aren't any leads because it's kind of like, why don't you guys? Why didn't they like talk to someone like sooner? I guess because if she like had no leads before, then why not like go in and like talk to like a carnivore or something like that before? And that way, like the scent is like fresh and stuff like that, rather than waiting like what did they say? I think like 6 months later. Like obviously, like the trail is kind of growing like to a point where like they're losing like a lot of information and stuff like that. But I think like hopefully since she's given like that to like a carnivore, maybe he can like still trace some bit of scent and stuff like that. And also him finally getting like the diary from Ten to kind of like learn more about him in general or like what's going on. Maybe like Ten kind of knew that somebody was targeting him, because if you notice like in his diary, like he was also mentioning like her like the girl that he likes like falling in love with like a carnivore or something like that. So maybe like he's kind of like what's going on there, or like kind of hinting towards like who ended up with like eventually becoming like a rival, I guess. Not like, well, just yeah, like a rival, like a guy that's trying to go out with the girl that he likes, so maybe that's like him like hinting and will eventually like lead to them like figuring out like who um killed him in the long run, which is really freaking sad if you think about it. Um, Hopefully it's not like, well, that's just the thing that I'm getting, like the vibe that I'm getting, that eventually that's like what happened. Like he sort of were seeing like different things happening, and he ended up like realizing that this person was not good for like the girl that he likes, and yeah, she ended up liking him, like the other guy instead. But yeah, he was too shy to like tell her that he liked her, and then ended up eventually finding the courage to like write the note and stuff like that. But he ended up getting killed before he could do that, which I think whoever he was writing about probably is the person that ended up killing him then. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But what is the next episode here? Because again, I like freaking just binge watching. That's what I prefer to. But I did start pretty late today. So I don't know. Uh let me check really fast. What is going on? Just I guess the start of this episode here. Because I did only do like one episode last week, didn't I? I don't know. Let me. What do I on? I guess I'll like watch one more episode. Well, I don't know. I really don't know, guys. So I don't know usually what I want to do because like I like to just like again like I like to binge watch, but at the same time like I wake up so freaking late that I end up like not having as much time like to react to stuff like I want because I woke up so freaking late. But yeah, hmm, maybe I will. Let me see if I could like figure out. Let me see how many episodes I have left of this, and then I'll decide from I went to like continue on. Actually, let me check. Yeah, what I usually react to. Because I usually react to like more than one episode. 'Cause honestly, that's what I prefer to do. I prefer to like react to multiple episodes. I think I'll react to maybe one more episode. Let's try to like react to one more episode this time around. Because again, like I said last.
Give you this. You're impressive, kid. Stand down, boys. I think I've just had a much better idea. Hey, that is him.
Oh yeah, like
The hope of the future.
yeah, I was gonna say like the reputation.
This boy is the #1 prospect for Cherryton's next Beastar. So here's what I propose. Why not install this deer, this talented young actor, as the Shishigumi family's next in charge? What?
Really?
With the boss dead.
Like just like Louis, like kind of douchey. Like probably worse.
What's the point of adding a new member?
Especially since he's like
You're
newer.
not trying to replace Louis with some new kid, are you?
Now, Bill. That's not at all.
Bill.
Perhaps it's simply a question of type. It's clear that with your star missing, your actors team is suffering from a lack of handsome leading man type physical charm. Don't you think? Oh,
What?
that wasn't meant to be.
Ew.
Just an observation. But that's no one's fault, of course. It's scientifically proven that because
Oh, he's like
carnivores
super
have a weak link with
douchey.
the torment of their instincts,
He's
they
dirty,
develop
like gross.
What? You got a lot of nerve.
Seriously, I look at Legoshi, like I'd be like that as well.
Here's my looks.
This guy is freaking weird.
Being ugly, I'm okay with whatever.
Legoshi isn't ugly.
Sorry.
Step up.
But you're right. I came here today because I thought it would be good to just talk all of this out. I'm a suspect too, you know? Because I'm a wolf.
Yeah, since he's a carnivore.
And I don't think any of us has evidence that clears all of us, right?
I think the tiger guy honestly has something to do with it as well. Just from his reaction alone, like why did he look like that when he just mentioned that?
Ourselves. I think we got.
Dude, seriously? That makes you sound even more perverted, not less.
You know,
Yeah, that
I'm
was
starting to
weird.
get the reason behind some of your darkness. And I think the way you love might be something a little closer to faith.
Huh?
You believe in something, and you're exploring it through caring for herbivores as a whole.
Aww.
Especially after Tem's death and Louis' resignation.
Yeah.
I don't know what your personal situation is, but I think your feelings are a little strong for one high school.
Like that's so irritating to me. Like just say that you like him. Like if you like him, then just say that.
Path for a carnival.
Wow. And vice versa though. Like Legoshi should say something as well. Like like person say something. I don't know. Oh, that was a quick episode. Well, there actually wasn't that much that happened with this episode, which I'm kind of glad because I don't need to like say too much here. But yeah, I feel like their like communication is kind of like crappy now. I don't know. As far as like their relationship goes, like I feel like their uh communication is actually kind of coo. Simply because like I feel like she likes him, but like she's like really like shy and not like saying like how she feels and stuff like that, and vice versa. Like Legoshi, I feel like I don't know, maybe Legoshi's kind of like waiting for her to like be done with like Louis, and then like he moves in because I feel like he's kind of getting like like I wouldn't say like cold feet, but he can tell that like she likes Louis more. So he's kind of like trying to respect like that thing, like, okay, well you like him more, so I'll just like back off kind of thing. That's like the vibe that I'm getting. Which I feel bad for Legoshi because you could tell like he really likes her and stuff like that, but like she's like kind of giving like crappy like signals, I guess. Like really like I don't know, like if I remember correctly, like towards the end of like the last season, like you could tell like she kind of liked him and like she was happy that like he saved her and she really like trying to like move forward with like their relationship or just friendship in general. But then like this season is kind of like, well, I have Louis, so it's kind of like, you're like on the back burner kind of thing, which is kind of lame. Very lame. Because obviously, like, Legoshi confessed, like, how he feels, and then it's kind of like she's like, eh. So hopefully, like, something will change in that regard. Um, but yeah, there wasn't too much that happened during this episode. Again, like, I feel like, I actually like the other episode a little bit more. Mainly, it's just, like, sort of like the initiation of Louis into, like, being, like, the new, like, mafia boss, which is, again, like, the fact that he actually, like, ate like a freaking like someone else, like a what was it? They say like a bull or something like that, which is really freaking sad. Like for him to actually do that, but like I'm assuming did that because like he wanted to show like he wants to be initiated in there, and yeah, so he wants to like prove that he's like one of the gang or whatever, one of them. Since that's what they do is they're carnivores, obviously, but it's just kind of weird that he sat there and ate that like if I were him, I wouldn't have because you're a herbivore. So it's like, why? No, I don't need to do that to prove this. Either you freaking accept me in it or you don't. Like honestly, that's how I feel. But that was very weird. But yeah, like and also like the tiger. He honestly, again, like he's giving me, like I feel like he is honestly like the one who murdered the alpaca. Like I really do think that now because just when Legoshi brought that up, like his whole like face and like demeanor just completely like changed, like in like a bad way. Like what is wrong with you? Like why are you like so upset, dude? Like what is the problem? Like why was he so upset all of a sudden? Like just because Legoshi was asking you about like what's going on, it was very weird. I don't know. Like very like angry, like almost like how dare you like bring this back up after all this time? Like ew, like okay, like obviously like that was someone that he knew. That was his friend. If you guys remember, like that was actually Legoshi's friend back in the day. So obviously he's still like worried and wondering like what's going on, especially since like his murder still hasn't been resolved after all this time. So it's like why wouldn't he like bring that up? So yeah, it's kind of sad like what happened with that, which again they still don't have really any leads, but I'm really happy that Legoshi actually got like the diary so he could start like you could start there and like start investigating and also going back to like the scene of the crime and maybe like sniffing around to see if like there's still any sense there. Um, which I don't think that there will be since it's been like so many like years. Well, not a year, so many months rather. It's been like 6 months from what I remember that since the murder had happened. So maybe they've lost like a lot of the lead in that regard, but it's like he still has like his diary, which again, like it sounds like he's kind of warning about like, or at least like finding out more about like somebody that was like kind of like a rival to the girl that he liked. So maybe that guy that would be like next point to like investigate, I would think. Since he's like mentioning that somebody well she fell in love with somebody or like they have like something going on there, so maybe try to look into that. That's what I would think. Looks would probably be Legoshi's next lead if he doesn't like go and like sniff around the the stage area where the alpaca was killed. But yeah, there wasn't too much going on here. Just like basic stuff. Like it was just more information, I guess, from the last episode than this episode. Again, just like the initiation with Louis and yeah, that whole thing. So I will go ahead and get ready to end the video here. Well, the stream here. This is a stream this time around. But yeah, next week I will hopefully wake up a little bit earlier because yeah, I want to do like I like binge watching. Like I like watching like stuff just like more than one or two episodes because that's just the way that I prefer to watch stuff. When I do watch stuff, I prefer to just literally like watch stuff like just like a bunch of episodes like in a row. Like I like to do that. Um, but yeah, I don't want this video to be too long whenever this like uploads since this is a stream here, but obviously it's gonna upload into like a video and I don't want this to be too long. So yeah, I will go ahead and end the video here, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys next time, probably tomorrow. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Well, I kind of do know what I want to do. I'm probably gonna do, I have a few things that I want to do tomorrow, but yeah. I'll upload some more for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow and next week for Beastars.